I expect a full-on tragedy, just like outposts being attacked, and we have to repel the invaders. We're about to lose some friends and characters.
Who knows?
We step onto the teleportation circle and it explodes.
Boom! Ha! It wasn't anything. It was all the teleportation circles in Gula are rigged. No.
I was about to say, did the little girl sneak up on us again? Try to sneak in with us?
So a quick recap of what happened last time. You guys defeated this giant demon turtle, as you guys found out. It was a relatively not as hard fight as you guys were expecting. But halfway through the fight, unexpected aid came through in the form of a familiar-looking hawk to one of you guys. And immediately after the fight, when you, Etienne, and this hawk were reunited, the voice of your wife spoke to you again, telling you that she's currently taking over the body of this hawk. And I'm sure there's more questions and things of that nature to come and more answers. But as that was happening, the rest of you guys decided to move on to the pretty much only bit of dry land that is in Lost Reach and start dissecting this turtle, in which you found that it is in fact a demonic turtle with the ability to absorb souls and send them back somewhere. 3 guesses on where they go.
I knew this one.
They get isekai later.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. I'm just kidding. Through this dissection of this demon turtle, it was discovered that the heart of this turtle actually acts as a makeshift portal that leads them directly to the 9 hells. Who it was that they're feeding him to in the 9 hells? Who knows? Where they go in the 9 hells? Also, who knows? What you guys did know is that this turtle, who had been feasting on the bodies of these zombie-like creatures, did not seem to be very well fed. So it did not have any souls in it to keep it sustained, which is probably why this fight was a lot easier than you guys were expecting. In discussion of what you guys wanted to do, because the path forward is through the swamplands, primarily through a small creek that goes up into this these large cliffside pillars, up to Blindfeld, which is where Merzis' mom is currently at. Instead of immediately heading to there, you guys decided it'd probably be best to take a rest, which I agree with. And in your discussions on where to rest, because as everyone knows, Gula is not safe at night, you guys decided to bounce out of Gula and go back to Sutton Outpost. And so we will actually begin by turning the clocks back a little bit, because there are some unresolved things we need to figure out before we get you guys back to Sutton Outpost.
Ooh.
Okay, also, I just want to, is there somewhere we can vote or, file a disagreement with, that last update? Because at no point did I think that fight was easy. I think they were very close calls.
I think it could have been
sound like we
harder.
were in way more control.
I think it could have been harder, but
almost twice, and I was very close to attacking you.
I guess I did take damage. Not much though. Yeah, no, it would. I think if it got a couple more rounds, things would have been gone downhill quite a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was afraid the turtle was going to start swinging.
Misty,
should
I have Mercedes leveled up to 11 as well?
Everyone should be at level 11, yes.
Okay.
Please.
Yay!
Yeah.
If you need to go ahead and take a second to go ahead and get that set up, I'm fixing everyone's vision so that way everyone can see what's going on, because I know some of you guys have limited views here.
Yeah.
Improved Divine Smite, heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's right.
Oh.
Cantrips go up as well at level 11. So
Yep.
3 Eldritch Blasts.
Beefy.
Nice.
Very beefy.
Hey.
I got a really silly idea, and I really want to run it by. I think at some point in the future, if I choose to play Simzu.
Oh, I would
Can I
so
just
love it.
have his entire reason for being here is because I think it's either Echo trying to get him like keep him busy while she's trying to sort out something, and he unintentionally starts a small cult war because he's been, spreading the word of this new awesome dragon goddess
Oh
Echo,
my god, I would love that so much.
and apparently this has been taken exception with the the cult of the dragon. Yeah,
Oh god, that'd be great.
that's basically all there is to that one. It's like a bunch of guys just obviously you're blind if they can't see how awesome my friend Echo is. And I just tell her about all the cool shit she's done.
Should we mark our sheets as having should we adjust for having taken a rest of some kind, or are we just gonna pick up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a rest. Yes.
Short or long?
Everyone will have a. Everyone can go ahead and reset to a long rest.
Okay.
Woo.
I won't bother trying to do like a. I won't bother doing a. Trying to change short rest right now.
Yeah.
Do the long rest.
So while everyone is getting situated, I'm going to do a bit of more of an extended recap here. When we last left off some of these characters, Mercedes and Onyx, you guys had just gotten out of your fight with Pride. And as you guys bursted through the window of Pride's tower, you were almost teleported somewhere else, Mercedes. You were in a void. Alone until a vision of a familiar face appeared before you. And Saloon spoke to you directly for the first time, chastising you on your rash behavior, reminding you that you are her chosen warrior and your mannerisms and actions need to reflect that, as there is a bigger mission in front of you. She left you at the place where it all started, the place where you were born, and a place that now lays in rubble and ruin, and you could still see stains of blood from when your home was attacked. Onyx, you fell not far from Pride's tower in what looked to be remnants of some sort of magical circle of some sort. And as you were examining it, you heard a distant commotion of someone else who was nearby. As they noticed you and approached closer, it was discovered that you guys had a connecting thread. Both of you guys had connections with Sidian. Whereas you, Onyx, are the offspring of Sidian, we now have the mentor. Sembin Quay, as she introduced herself. And you guys agreed to go towards the church where Mercedes is currently waiting.
Are we picking up with the two of them, or we?
I want to make sure, Mercedes, do you have your character sheet updated?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are actually going to be picking up at the end of this night that you guys are traversing. And Sembin and Onyx, you guys are approaching the rubbles of this church. And Mercedes, you could hear off in the distance the sounds of footsteps approaching. We'll start with you, Miss Mercedes. What are you doing?
I think seeing her destroyed home, she's on her knees in the path. It's just so much more, well, so much less, so destroyed, more than what she expected it to be. Seeing the tower and the bell destroyed, I think she'll maybe kind of try to walk around and maybe even sit in the bell if it's at an angle to where she can just kind of huddle under it. Her
Perfect.
sense
So
of
as-
protection.
Mercedes, as you are taking shelter in this spell, Onyx and Simon, this is when both of them start to approach. Onyx, do you think that you would have told Sempin anything on the journey over?
Well, I did want to see. This is the same night that they had encountered Pride and met. Onyx met Sem. All right, so this is like a few hours later.
Yes.
Okay. Would Sem be wanting to talk? Would Sem be very talkative, or would she be kind of a little reserved right now?
She would want to know about Sidian and what he is doing.
Yeah, in that case, I don't think Onyx is held back and is very much kind of sharing about kind of what's gone on in this time, kind of probably catching her up on most of what's gone on since sit around.
So yeah, Onyx, as you are relaying the tales of what Sidian has gone through, some of it firsthand from what you saw, some of it secondhand from what you've heard or from what Sidian's talked to you about, you hear Sembin every now and then start to interlude with or interject with comments of like, that idiot, I can't believe he would do that, that's so reckless. Does he want to die? I turn away for 1 week and then he's almost dead. He can't survive on his own.
He has had struggles.
But Onyx, as you are hearing these comments, there's this underlying sense of almost a little bit of pride in that, yes, she's saying these as jabs, but there's also a sense of fulfillment in that the kid that she's raised is still alive and is still fighting.
Does he sense any pride around the fact that Sid, came to the island as well, or any like what her thoughts are regarding that? That he basically disobeyed her.
Not that you can tell, no.
All right.
And so Onyx and Sembin, you both are now approaching this church. Onyx, what are you doing?
Probably I think just making conversation. I think he's very minimal on equipment. I think he's basically just got his components, cloak, and that's it. So actually, I'm gonna roll to see if he finds like a walking stick, because I think I think we've taken a long rest mechanically, but I think he's still probably a little bit beat up from that encounter with Pride.
Yeah.
I think
mentally you guys are very exhausted.
I think he's found a stick that can use as a staff, kind of help him kind of hobble along.
That works.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he's trying to make conversation with Sem. Not certain exactly how receptive she is, but probably, if it's only been a couple hours, probably just sharing bits about Sid and kind of what's been going on. I think he's a bit quizzical of Sidian only shared basics about him growing up here. What do you know of it?
She'll let out a small snort. It wasn't a best place to raise children. Do you know what the term brainwashing is?
Yes, I heard him speak about it a few times.
Yes. I am trying to maintain a non-biased view on religion in general, and you'll see there's actually a small little scowl when she says religion.
Mm.
The church and I have never really been on the best terms.
Ooh. Would you like to?
But he did have good memories here. Buried in the not good, brainwashing, machine dwelling religious idioms that are constantly pumped into them every day, but he did have good memories here.
So it seems there was some good and some bad. I haven't gotten much time to know much, including his sister, but it seems they were. And I don't know about you, but I think that's probably like where they're at when they're getting pretty close.
Yeah, and as Sambin lays eyes on what is left of this church, she actually lets out a very low whistle. They really did a number on this thing.
Yeah, Sid sorry, not Sid. Onyx cocks his head kind of a little quizzically at the kind of the low whistle. I'm assuming that's just like a whew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort
Don't ask me, I can't whistle.
Hey, me neither.
I can whistle, but it doesn't come across on over a voice chat very
so
well.
sad. That's so sad. You can't blow air.
Shut up.
But you can blow hot air. It's just about the getting the lips right.
You
At
started
that
this.
whistle,
It's not that.
Oh, show off. At that whistle, I think Mercedes will look up from under this bell and squint. Not quite sure if she's seeing some skeleton or ghost of the past or Onyx. And she will very cautiously call his name.
Oh. I guess our theory was right. That's her. And Onyx is actually going to, kind of after saying that, he's going to start kind of running to go and find her and meet up with her. Make sure she's okay.
Yeah, she sort of stood up a little bit from under this bell, but she's still staying under it. You're all right?
He's actually gonna basically kind of get to the opening of it and kind of look her over and says, "Are you all right?"
It's almost like a hollow shine is like the brilliance of Saloon is still reflected in her eyes in like wonder and in shock. But she'll nod. Physically, at least.
What happened? How did you end up here?
Saloon placed me here.
Is this around the time did Sam hear that?
You actually hear from behind you one of those fake retching noises. You just hear oh, sorry.
Dry heaving.
Don't mind me. It's just you look so much like him.
Like Who?
Mercedes, this is Sembin Quay. This
Oh.
was Sid's mentor.
Oh, so you're the one.
Who
Well, I
took
must-
him in when you abandoned him? Yes. Yes, this is me.
I didn't abandon him. He was the one who left. Still have his note. But I must thank you for looking after him, for teaching him and feeding his interests when we could not fulfill it.
We.
As in I, as in Father Aymar, as in Mother Basina. It's as if It's as if we have a different lineage, he and I. Despite being twins, we may as well be two different breeds of people.
Do you think Sidian feels that way?
To some extent, yes. He and I, we have different ideas of devotion to the divine. We have different ideas and different talents. So of course, yes, we're very different. And we were apart for some time. Our circumstances have pulled us in opposite directions. We were nurtured by different sources, so yes. Very much so, I believe it to an extent.
You see Sem start to look away from you, Mercedes. And she's staring at this church.
But it
And
doesn't
then-
mean that we don't love each other. I care for him very much, of course, because he's my brother.
You both have very interesting ways of showing love.
Onyx, I think, is actually going to pitch in at this point and ask, what do you mean by that?
They both put their own desires above the other.
I don't think it was desires. It was methods in a time of crisis. He wanted to leave, I wanted to stay.
And why did you want to stay?
Because I had people here to look after. Because, as of yet, we didn't know what would be a safe direction to go until we were forced to finally just flee like rats on a sinking ship. We had to hold our ground in this place of sanctuary, as it was all that we knew. All that I knew. And all that I wanted to know.
Sanctuary.
Yes.
That term is meaningless.
How so?
There is no sanctuary. Nowhere safe. And if you think you found a place that's safe, it just hasn't fallen into danger yet.
Danger can eventually be evicted, can be banished. That's what we're working towards. At the end of all of this, I would like to return here. Rebuild. Memory of all those whom have fallen.
Oh, yes, the priest that was here.
Father Aymar, yes. And who raised us. And who loved us. It was difficult to understand, or see, or believe at times, I know.
is Mercedes, right?
Yes?
And your mother, she also believed in Father Amar, correct?
Yes.
I hope you don't take his teachings too literal.
What do you mean?
Father Amar was a very pious man,
Yes.
but also very stubborn.
Of course. One has to be when one is looking after such a large church and so many people.
Without flexibility, and she's actually going to reach down and pick up a small twig that's on the floor. Things snap, and she'll kind of snap the wood in half.
I know he snapped at Sidian.
And
And
your
I see
mother,
that your bias towards him is a negative one. And I understand that through your love for my brother. You care about him. You've listened to him. I appreciate that, but you didn't meet Father Aymar. You didn't know him.
how are you certain of that?
Well, you've spoken only of his negative qualities.
Because that is what he showed the outside world.
You never saw him feed the hungry. You never heard him preach. You never saw him pick me up and sit me on his lap and let me learn to draw or to illuminate with him. You never saw that warmth that he could have with children who were obedient, yes, but he was a good man. And in the end, he only turned to this because his wife and his child, they died, and it made him difficult, made him hard, but all of this, he wanted to protect us.
He was selfish.
No. He had a vision. He had a plan. He had experience. And he had a father's love.
If his father's love ran so deep, why did he never tell you about the sins?
What do you mean? I had a vision. Saloon told me about them.
And what did
Are you?
your father do after hearing of this vision?
He wanted us to wait to see and to pray.
Let me make sure I understand this correctly. You received a vision from your God. And when your father found out about this, his response was to wait and pray.
Once a god has spoken, what can one do against it? What is it to live if we're always troubled by our fears of the future? Serenity is a good thing to practice. I've yet to master it.
I see now. I see why Sidian was so desperate to escape.
He felt misunderstood. Everybody knew that.
Onyx is actually seeing things are getting a little heated. He's going to try and step between them and say, "We've had a long day, it seems. Perhaps it is best we all find a way to get some rest. We can travel somewhere safe."
There's a very almost annoyed sigh that comes from Sembin at this. No, I need to get you back to Sutton Outpost. You are not safe out here on your own. And I made a promise that I would look after you.
Promise to whom and when?
Let's just say she was an old friend.
Who?
Oh?
Someone who also turned to the church in her time of need, but was turned away.
You don't mean my mother?
She was a brilliant young woman.
How did you know her?
She was an old friend. I grew up not far from where this church now lays. You could say we practically grew up together.
Oh?
And when it was discovered that she was pregnant, we rejoiced. And when she went back to the church and was turned away, I was also pulled away from this town. And I could not help her.
If you know so much about her, then do you know who my father is? Because I've only just recently learned the hellish details. Mark me, do not lie.
She looks torn. There was a man who came through this town. Very skilled with words. I never got his name. But the last I heard, he was a soldier.
Frickin' knew it! A soldier, you say?
Yes.
What did he look like?
He was tall in stature. Very much someone imposing. These sharp eyes, they made me uncomfortable, but his words convinced your mother that he was safe.
she knew her fate in meeting him.
I don't know.
She gave herself willingly to the cause.
But cause? What do you
And she
mean?
will suddenly grow silent. She knew what she was doing. As you said, she was intelligent and brilliant. She was also obedient and selfless. She knew what she was doing in bringing us, both of us, into the world.
That obedience got her killed.
But it was
When I
her
found-
choice, her willingness.
No. She wanted to love you both.
I've no doubts that she has through spirit.
Spirit can only go so far. She would talk often of holding you both in her arms and reading you guys bedtime stories, sewing you new garments as you grew older. These fantasies that she would never see. She may have voluntarily chosen to birth you two, but she did not choose to die.
Mercedes will turn away and wander off towards Mother's grave, I guess, if it's still there, if it hasn't been smashed to pieces.
You see the headstone still there. It is still
Yay.
intact,
Mama!
though it is chipped and decayed with years.
Does Sem follow behind?
Not immediately, no.
Seeing the stone, Mercedes will reverently reach out and touch it, clearing any moss or dirt from the name, brushing off the base. And she will kneel, twisting her mother's ring around her finger.
Onyx is gonna wait a few moments, and he's a few moments after you kind of kneel down. He's going to try and put a reassuring hand on her shoulder.
And she'll pat it. Thank you, Onyx. Mother. Mother, I know that you've always been with us. I've had no doubts. Love and the imprint of your life that you left on Mother Vecina and Father Aymar. I have no doubt that through their love for you, your love has made it to us. I'm so sorry. Sorry for all of this. Sorry that you didn't get to live. To meet us. In the flesh, at least. And I'm sorry that you were hurt. Turned away. I can only pray that there's more meaning and more that there's more. And that it's good for once. Please, reach out beyond and continue to help us. If you find Father Aymar, perhaps he can reach out to us as well. And I hope that you can forgive him, that you can forgive us. Help us to make you proud. I
And
love you.
Mercedes, as you are giving this silent prayer, you see it slowly start to snow.
Oh, come full circle. It was snowing the night you brought us here. And she'll smile rather wistfully. Thank you, Mother. Then she'll stand and face Onyx and Sem. I'm ready to continue and do what we must.
You'll
Are you?
see Sem is actually drawing in the ground these intricate runes and symbols.
Is this a summoning circle or a teleportation circle?
Are you asking her, or are you trying to decipher it yourself?
I'll ask her.
The gods know I don't want to summon anything here. I'm sending you back to Sutton Outpost. At least it is safe there for now.
Onyx was over by the bell, kind of brushing a hand over it, kind of examining it a bit more. But hearing that, he'll ask, "You're not coming with us. Why? Why are you out here alone?"
I'm researching.
Researching
What?
How to defeat these sins, and why they were here in the first place.
May I suggest something?
I feel even if I say no, you will tell me anyways, so go ahead.
Pray. Pray and expect an answer. We mustn't pray with only probability or possibility in our hearts, but with an expectation that the gods can and will answer. Proof of faith. Try it once and believe as my mother believed. I cut out?
No, you're good.
Oh.
Yeah. You see the biggest eye roll that Sem could possibly give.
Or my mother?
You are exactly as Sidian described. And
Well, then that means he knows me.
And you are a spitting image of Saphira.
And she'll smile at that. Take that as a compliment. Thank you.
And she finishes drawing the circle and yells
Onyx.
out over to you, Onyx.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tin Man, you're going with her.
No, Onyx has come over as they were having that final.
Perfect. So then, she'll
Onyx,
then motion for Onyx to stand on the circle with Mercedes.
before he does, Onyx says, Sidian will be happy to know that you're all right. And I know you're busy, but I want to see you, if possible. Please, stay safe. And visit if you can.
You'll see there's a soft, almost saddened smile at that. Take care of him for me. And then she'll activate the teleportation circle and send you guys off to Sutton Outpost.
Whee! First thing I want to do as Mercedes when I get there is march right up to the captain, because I think I know it's gotta be him, but probably somebody else's turn.
Does that mean that they're arriving? Doesn't that mean that they're arriving like night that we had stayed at Sutton?
Because we stayed a night before we left.
Yeah. If it's
No,
all
we're
during the same
gonna
day.
listen. No.
Maybe we were there for a couple days.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say you guys are heading there probably as you guys are leaving. Because as I mentioned, this will probably be in the earlier morning-ish of the night that
It's like the next.
that you guys are there. Yeah. So as you
Oh,
guys
so
are
maybe it's
leaving,
like the next
yeah,
day. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So as you guys are leaving to Gula, Mercedes and Onyx arrive back at Sutton Outpost.
Sorry, Marlon. You're trapped in the tower.
Oh yeah, I know. I fully expect him to be there until someone else gets him or breaks him out. He's learned how to use the rooms by then to like just get by and make things appear for him.
But not escape, even though it's very simple.
No. The exit is right to the left, but he always keeps going right.
Yeah. All right. Yay,
Woo.
Sutton.
We're
You
back.
guys are back in a familiar land of Sutton Outpost.
Yeah, I didn't know if Onyx was trying to talk to her, but that commentary was too good. For the story, that's what just happened was too good.
No,
I was
Onyx
gonna be like,
had
very important exposition going on.
Onyx had a few things he said, but for the most part, he was silent through that. I think he talked with Sem a good bit before they had arrived. So he got most of his interactions with her then.
Let's see, Merz's and Eurus. I'm throwing you guys on the map just so you guys can see.
Honestly, Mercy, I think Sem was kind of nice with you. She was kind of playing nice there.
Way nicer than she thought she'd be, huh?
Oh, I see.
Well, way nicer than she is with Sid.
Just out of curiosity, does Sid only see her as a teacher figure? Just wondering.
Yes. Nothing romantic.
Oh no, and that's why I was asking.
I mean, she is at minimum like 20 years older, because also interesting, Sid did not know that she knew his mother, or their mother. And they were, presumably, I assume they were both adults when Jared got pregnant.
Oh my god, she's trying to fuck her best friend's son. I'm just kidding, no.
Oh God, no.
No.
Jeez, ew.
Ugh.
No.
Anywho.
All right, so back to this. So yes,
His,
Mercedes and Onyx, you guys arrive in Sutton Outpost, and you guys see that it is the start of a new morning. It is.
It's on fire.
It's not on fire. People are starting to wake up and starting to get to their typical duties of whatever jobs that they have been kind of given out in Sutton Outpost. So some people are going to start making breakfast. Some people are going to start working on armory and weapons. Some people are going to go train. What would you guys like to do?
Want to go first, Onyx?
I think it sounded like you were gonna go march up to the captain right away. So I think
Yeah.
Onyx is gonna.
And oh no, suddenly the captain's gone. He won't be back for like a week. I'm just kidding.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Crystal.
I love that you're gonna go up there,
Uh,
accuse him without any hard evidence, just your theories. He's gonna say like, no. What are you
Don't
talking
worry, I
about?"
know somewhat what subtlety is. Have a little bit more faith in me. Just punches him in the
Onyx,
You
face.
said
now.
that. You said that last time.
Listen.
And I nearly died.
That's-
Subtlety is not a word I would use for Mercy. She's a lot of things. Subtle is not one of them.
We're gonna go see if we can prove that.
We'll see.
Yeah, you do
So,
find
Onyx
the
will-
captain in
Oh,
kind
can
of
you hear me?
this makeshift. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was just gonna comment that this is an interesting predicament because Onyx he's got seemingly a whole bunch of time to dictate what he does by himself. Because Sidian isn't here to, have him do things.
Yeah,
so.
it would be about 5 days before the rest of the party comes in. So we're looking at about a little under a week before the rest of the party have. So Mercedes and Onyx, you guys are in Sutton Outpost for about a week. Able
You know
to
what's
run
fun
amok
to
and
do?
whatever you
Gotta-
want.
You know what's fun to do for
Onyx?
Onyx? What's fun to do for Onyx? See how far he can count into pi. That should keep him for the next 5 days.
Listen, he's
Onyx
not a
is not a
vampire.
math robot.
Oh yeah. What will Mercy do when she figures out that Mother Basina is gone AWOL?
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point.
Like she
Uh,
might be the one to have to take care of the kids if no one else is going to. Could you
Mhm.
imagine how Mel's got them all trained now to God knows
Oh
what?
gosh.
Now I'm just imagining Onyx going into nanny mode.
I'm just imagining my first day ever subbing kindergarten. It was hell. Anywho.
But yeah, so you do see the captain is in his makeshift desk with maps kind of laid out of Ekra, marking things off. Unsure of exactly what it is he's planning, but he is there. And he almost
Okay.
doesn't even notice your arrival.
Mercedes
It's
is gonna
almost like, sorry.
Mercedes is just gonna, as soon as they arrive, she'll look around, spot him, and just watch him for a minute. Trying to argue with herself in her head versus her gut, her heart versus her intuition.
Onyx is just gonna lean over and ask, "Why are we waiting? Are we not going to debrief the captain?"
I have something
what to the
personal
captain?
to dis-
Something the matter?
I would like to discuss something personally with the captain.
Hmm.
If you wouldn't mind just
It's-
waiting a moment, Onyx, please.
Would you like me to wait here? I can stand here by the fountain.
Sure,
All right.
thank you. But
So if some sort of
anyways,
commotion happens, he'll be here to back you up. But otherwise, you're on your own.
so
Walks up to him and says,
What?
"Hey, Dad."
dang it, it's like either do I do that
No,
or
it's Hey
does the
Daddy.
name Saphira ring any bells?
Hey, did you fuck my mom?
But anyway,
You
so
have
she will
23 years of unpaid child support you need to pay.
she will
That's
very slowly and steadily walk toward him, just a straight, just a perfect, just a beeline. And she'll just stand over him, over his shoulder, until he acknowledges her. And she's just staring very hard, still with that glimmer of divine revelation in her eyes.
If you have time to stand around, you have time to help.
Perhaps, Captain, you can spare a moment of your busy schedule and tell me, does the name Saphira mean anything to you? And I want to watch his eyes for the slightest twitch, man.
You will see that he doesn't even really look up at you, Mercedes. He's still engrossed in his maps. I can't say that it does.
I will ask again.
Is it supposed to?
That depends. Did you ever know a nun, a young woman named Saphira Aymar? Would have looked like me. Young and lovely when you would have met her.
Is there a point to this question?
There is. But with your question, I see that you're stalling. Did you ever share a bed with such a woman?
And you'll actually see him for the first time look up at you, Mercedes. A little caught off guard by that one.
Ha!
Hey, did you fuck my mom? I just need to know. Okay. Say 26 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like 26 years and 9 months ago.
Young lady, I don't know what you are implying, but I do not know anyone named Saphira.
Are you my daddy?
Oh, I'm trying to think how else could I possibly wheedle this out. Oh, that's right. I was going to cast a thing. I was going to
Zone
try
of
to
Truth?
see if I could... yes, I was going to cast Zone of Truth.
I mean, you could still do it.
Did
Yeah.
you want to try and cast Zone of Truth?
I do. Yes, ma'am, I do.
Watch this. Captain's gonna
Let's
have
see.
some legendary resistances all of a sudden.
Oh my god, is the captain Asmodeus?
Until the spell
I'm gonna be
ends, a
laughing so
creature-
hard because
Hesitation.
like, I never met anyone. It's like, I'm not my twin brother. I wasn't that man.
Okay, so he must make a charisma saving throw.
I mean, he also just could have known. No.
Sam-
Okay,
Then
listen.
Very much say,
Just fuck with
Yeah.
Sidian. Sam's fucking with Mercy. That never happened. Like I just pointed at someone.
yeah, no, I have
And-
no idea who your mom is. I'm just messing with you.
And you are not hiding the fact that you are casting Zone of Truth in front of him. Is that correct now?
I'm gonna try to be subtle about it.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay, that's fair.
I wonder how this is gonna go. So, have you? Have you ever?
That's a 16.
Oh man.
Okay. Mercedes, as you
Trying to
are
think-
casting Zone of Truth, you are trying to do it subtly with the words of your prayer to cast this sphere of truth as silent as possible. But you see, about halfway as you're starting it, This captain's eyes lock eyes on you. And then there's a simple eyebrow that raises up in curiosity. And he chooses to fail his save.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You see
All right.
him for the first time
my
with this
God.
almost cocky demeanor, cross his arms and sit back into the chair that he's using at his table.
Oh, I want this
And wait
scene
for your
like animated
questions.
so bad. Oh, okay. And
We
holding
need to
her
get a hold of
ground.
Kimmy.
Yeah. Holding her ground with as determined and as serious a face she can. Let's see. She has the photograph, if I recall. The picture. Your mother. She had the picture in the ring. Yes.
Was it picture or drawing?
Drawing?
It was like a painting, like a type
Yeah.
of that drawing.
Little
yeah.
miniature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no actual pictures like photography in
Yeah.
this campaign and this setting,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Magical photography.
Would
She-
they have been using like 17th century stuff? Because yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, never.
So she will take out this portrait miniature, put it right in his face. Do you recognize this woman from perhaps about 26 years ago?
He doesn't look down at the picture just yet, but his smirk almost starts to widen.
Oh, he's so slimy. I love it.
Young lady, I have met multiple women in the past 20 years, 26 years.
Self included.
I doubt I am going to remember a single face. And then he finally looks down at the picture. And then his eyebrows crinkle.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Shit, except that one. Fuck.
Wait, I do remember her. When we were stationed in Superbia, she was part of a church that was sent to help deliver supplies to us. I never got her name. What about her?
As I asked before, did you share a bed with this woman?
And he will actually lean forward in his seat a little bit, Mercedes, and make direct eye contact with you.
Right back at you.
Unbreaking and unwavering. No.
No.
I have never shared a bed with this woman.
Do you know anyone who may have in your regiment? She's a little surprised by this.
If you believe your mother to be someone to spread her legs for people she is unfamiliar with, then I would say yes. There are many people, many men who would take that invitation.
I am simply
shit.
trying. Oh. And she is going to fight so hard. She, like, cocks back an arm, but then fights to throw it down at her side. I'm simply looking for my father. felt it in my gut that perhaps it may have been you, as I was told by the goddess herself.
Oh, she's
I have
gonna share this. Okay.
That I have met my father. Or at least the face that he presented. I have not met many significant men in my life.
And there's a small, deep guttural chuckle that comes out of him. Young lady, you were not the first to tell me I would make an amazing father figure. But unfortunately, I am not the one you seek.
Right.
Really tooting his own horn there.
It's Asmodeus I seek.
Oh.
I mean,
What?
Are you? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hot damn.
And in an instant, Mercedes, you see his entire demeanor change. From cocky and condescending to
Aha!
instantly upset and angry. What do you mean by that?
I mean precisely what I said.
How loud did she say that?
She's keeping it pretty, fairly hushed, but it's a angry sort of whisper.
All right.
I was told by the goddess herself that I was sired by Asmodeus.
And do you think I look like Asmodeus?
Certainly not the way we think of him, no. This was an avatar of him.
Young lady, maybe you are unfamiliar with the current events of our world.
Oh, I'm quite familiar. I just returned from my shattered home.
Then why, by the god's good name, would an avatar of Asmodeus be leading the only rebellion against the devils of the Nine Hells?
Ways of the gods, of the devils, of the demons are mysterious and layered ever since the beginning of time. All I know is that I'm a servant of Saloon. I will do her bidding. I merely hope to understand more context, to understand not only this war, but understand my place in it, and my brother's place as well.
Then you clearly understand nothing. Your place is to fight.
Fight and to save.
This, and he'll motion to the conversation that you two are having, does neither of those. And Mercedes, you feel your zone of truth almost snap and break.
Dang it. I still don't
Like
trust him. I know he just said
Like-
no, but he could totally be overpowering it and just leaning into it.
Sid will have words with you later about your approach here.
The greatest
If he ever
trick the
finds
devil
out about
ever.
this, if he ever finds out about this, I'm sure he will.
If?
There are legitimate ways to bluff your way out of this, even if you think you're telling the truth. I don't think he used them though.
If he finds out about this, Are we going to all visit him in like 12 hours? Like, it's going to be fresh in his head.
Well, it's gonna be
I don't
like
think he's the kind to like
not
say it. He's
12
gonna be like,
hours.
"Hey, fuck off and go do something. Don't be here."
So is he gonna like banish Mercy, or is he
Now.
just gonna let us stay? Sorry.
Now, if you don't mind, my time is better use elsewhere. If you insist on staying here, then it is required that you work and not ask these useless questions. And Mercedes, you see him go back to his previous position of seated straight, head down, picking up a pen and writing on his maps.
Uh-oh. Sorry, it cut off at Mercedes. You see him go back. I
You
assumed
see
to his
him.
work.
Yes, you see him go back to his previous position, seated, head down, focused on the papers that are sprawled out in front of him.
Well, I've just made a fool of myself. So sure, but it goes to figure.
Also, he's not gonna outright admit that.
I know, but I
Probably.
thought that maybe he would be like, "Hey, daughter," or "I am your father." I mean, I don't know. Anything could happen, so I thought
mean,
I'd give it a
I
shot.
see what you're saying. I see where
He's
you're
in-
coming from.
I get that, but he's also in deep cover here with whatever he's got planning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, look, I see where you're coming from, and from her perspective, I see where she's coming from. Especially just being given this information from an actual omniscient being. How are you going to question that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if he is the father of lies, I don't think a zone of truth is going to cut it.
Yeah,
Also, just a
but
quick thing.
I'm trying to use what I have in my arsenal. I was trying to be clever and use a thing that I
Yeah.
have. Ooh.
No,
And now
and
that
that's
we
fine.
have lost-
I was saying, I
Yeah.
was just saying, yeah, because that, you know what, it would have been really funny if that did, like, you just see him like, oh shit, and then just disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to expect, so I wanted to try it. I knew I was going to regret not trying it.
Lost the element of surprise. I mean, you can
Now I
always
feel stupid.
get people together. start
How
a
do
witch
we
hunt.
know the Avatar even remembers what happened? For all we know, when he was possessed, he has no memory of any of it.
Oh wait, an avatar is a possessed person?
No, I guess it depends. There's
Mm.
chosen,
I thought
and
that
then
depends
there's
on
an
the type
avatar
of
was maybe
avatar.
like the face he would just present, like he could shape
Okay.
shift. I guess I didn't think about that. That's a technicality.
I feel like that the word for that is a vessel. I feel like an avatar is a
Yeah, I think that's
it's like Centurion
It
is an
depends on-
avatar. Centurion is an avatar. He's a reincarnation
Right.
wouldn't
of other people before him that
he
held
technically be
a
a
similar position.
chosen.
No, because he's literally a reincarnation sort of deal.
That's getting
Misty
into
M,
some
can you-
things.
Yeah, it's
So,
it's
Yeah, it's
Yes,
getting into the
I
nitty-gritty.
am going
It
with
was-
the things of Avatar is not someone who's just possessed by them, but their actual physical manifestation of themselves. So they would create this person on this planet in their being, if that makes sense. So they're not going in and possessing someone and using them as their avatar. They're actually creating a physical person to walk amongst the material plane here amongst you guys and do whatever gods do when they have avatars, which is typically mess with stuff and fuck shit up.
Okay.
Jesus
Fucked it up.
Jesus was an avatar.
Yeah, using the D&D,
yeah,
using the
take it
D&D
away.
lingo, kind of. There's other implications
way,
there,
yeah.
but
I have a hard time
Yeah.
understanding the Trinity. I literally cried about my not being able to get it
Yeah, I
into
was
my
like,
head. So,
Sure.
so
You can
I've
take the
only got
science
two other
approach. We're
options.
never meant to understand it. It's fine.
I've only got two other options. I mean, either Father Aymar or Brother Matthias. But I can't imagine it'd be either of those two. It's gotta be him. Unless it's the demon guy who chopped off Father Aymar's head. I mean, the devil guy. Wait, was he demon or devil? I'm sorry.
Was he demon or devil? That's a great question.
Oh, I
Let
thought
me
it
go
was the
back to my
same guy
notes.
that we followed, or that they
Yes.
followed into the thing. Right,
Yep.
he's a general or right-hand person. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh wait, well,
Yeah.
he's that
Devil.
now. We don't know about
Is
before,
he
huh?
a devil? Is he a devil or a demon? Great question.
Hold on, let me
I mean,
roll up here.
that's a
Sec.
good question.
Let me see. I thought I wrote it down.
Interesting.
Interesting. Uh,
Demon.
hmm.
Well, I shot my shot.
Are you? What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna?
Yes, so now Onyx
Hey,
and Mercedes,
Bobby.
you guys have 5 days
Hmm?
to
Oh.
kill Inset and Outpost.
Okay.
So,
Mercy, did you have something?
Yeah, sorry, I was yelling at a cat. I mean, finding out that Mother Bassina is missing, so I guess I'll go try to seek her out.
Onyx will, like, as you're like leaving, Onyx will ask, "Did everything go all right with that conversation? It looked like it got a little heated. Did you debrief the captain about everything that happened?"
Someone forgive me.
yeah, so far no one has told him that you guys faced off against Pride.
Hmm.
Should I go and debrief him?
If you're willing.
All right then.
And be sure
And-
to record everything, or remember everything, so that you can tell me later, because I do not wish to speak to him anymore at this moment, as I have greatly... And she'll just stomp off to go try to find Mother Bassina.
Sorry to hear things went so poorly.
Saloon is
Take
just
care.
fucking with her.
So yeah, Onyx is just gonna go and debrief, and since she has told him absolutely nothing, he's going to tell him absolutely everything.
Wonderful. Okay,
That he
so
knows.
I think at first, Onyx, as you approach him, he again does not look very interested in you. In fact, as you approach, there is a very annoyed what?
I simply wanted to debrief after our mission to take down Sloth.
Yes, I know you guys defeated Sloth. That was already been delivered.
Oh, did you speak with the others? Were they able to get back safely?
They all were, and now they're in Gula.
Oh, well, a few of us did end up getting transported to Superbia, and did have a small encounter with Pride, but we got away. Some of us, I guess, half of us.
At that,
Me and
you'll
Mercy got
actually
away.
get his attention and he'll look up. You faced Pride and got away.
Yes. Yes.
It
And
would
he'll-
be...
Oh. Okay.
I assume it would be too optimistic to ask if you had defeated Pride.
No, but we were able to land a few good hits in on her, particularly someone who I believe has not been to Sutton, but he was able to hurt her substantially, it seems, at the cost of his life. But
I cannot
No.
sacrifice the lives of men when our numbers are so few. So tell me everything.
Onyx will tell him everything. Because again, he has no reason at all to mistrust him right now.
And you'll see that he's writing down all of these notes on Pride, pretty much a play-by-play that you're giving him, Onyx, of the battle. Especially what seemed to work on her and what didn't, and her mannerisms and how she was acting.
And that weird moment where everybody suddenly took a knee to rest and you didn't understand
I
why.
Looked at her like,
All the
sup,
thick
bitch.
lines, all the
Looked at her with
cool
the dead
one-liners.
eyes.
He just flexed for no reason, just looking around like, what?
Yeah, and then it's like, I was able to fly out with Mercedes. It seems she got teleported away. It seems she said something about her god. Don't know what happened there, but we found her at the treasure and my master Sidian grew up in. Oh, I met his master as well. She's look. Sam admittedly did not also tell him to keep a lid on it, so he's also.
He's
that,
just
I
an
know.
Found
earnest
my
fella.
master's out there, and he's looking for a way to defeat the sins. And she teleported us home.
God, I am cringing at this so much, but he has no reason to not suspect him.
Yeah, Alex, go ahead and roll me a quick perception check.
If I
Oh,
may,
man.
does he deliver
this is
the
why
message?
Asmodeus would be here. He's gathering information on what we, the enemy to him, would be doing. I'm so stupid. Of course, he's still Asmodeus.
Festus, what was that?
Didn't Pride have a message for the captain?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Did Pride have a message?
I
Been a
thought.
I think so.
Yeah, because I could have sworn.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was, but she definitely
Yeah,
said.
because I was like, does he convey that as well?
I think so.
I don't remember that.
Robotic memory.
But considering it's literally been like less than 24 hours, I think Onyx would remember that. And that's an 18 perception check. He's also a robot. Better memory than I have.
Onyx, as you are looking at this captain who is, like I said, furiously taking notes on Pride and the battle that you guys had with her, when you mention Sebin Quay, you'll see he actually is also taking down notes on Sebin Quay.
Yeah, and this hurts me because I as Sid would be highly still skeptical of him, though I don't think Sid shared any of like his skepticism with Onyx. And Mercy did not share a peep about her skepticism with him. So as far as Onyx knows, he is entirely trustworthy.
Yep.
Oh, this hurts. This hurts so much.
It's the classic miscommunication trope. We love it.
Yeah.
I mean, not right now, but yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys, if this ends up with the world ending.
Listen, I
Somehow.
screwed up majorly too, but it's honestly because I'm pursuing the drama and the knowledge because I get patient.
Well, I mean, drama.
But yeah, no, he is taking down the notes as you dictate to him, Onyx. Is there anything specific that you'd want to call out in your notes?
Would there be any? Am I just able to see like it's just like general information, or would Onyx be able to see like he's noting down things in like a specific way? Is he noting it down in common, or is he doing it in infernal? Probably in common.
No, the notes are written in common in Onyx, and as with your perception check, when you take a quick glance at his notes that he's writing, they are actually very neat and very detailed. It looks like he is kind of compiling all the information that you're relaying to him in terms of Pride's strengths and weaknesses, the things that she said, things that she did. I will say that from the last time, the message that she did give you guys to get to the captain was just to say hi. It was Pride's way of saying that she knew the captain.
Yes, and when encountering her, she told us to tell you hi. Almost like she was familiar with you.
And there's this snarl that grows on his face at that. And he kind of briefly stops his notes. But then after a second, that momentary disgust kind of washes past him, and he continues to write.
Insight check?
Go ahead.
All right.
This guy's my favorite NPC. I love to hate him. I love to be frustrated by
Don't
him.
say
Man, I can't wait
Oh
to
my-
stab him in the face.
Oh my god, that's a natural 20.
Dude, win the knowledge for me,
Oh.
please.
Stabs him in the
He's
face.
not
Stabs him
gonna
in the
tell
face.
us, though. He's gonna figure it out and they say, oh, it's not important.
So with the natural 20 Onyx, it is probably an emotion that you last saw with the dwarves in Acedia, where whenever they would talk about humans, there was just this revulsion towards them. You feel like
So it could-
when you delivered the message that Pride said hi, whatever taunt that she was trying to give to the captain, it worked. It did get under his skin, but it's mainly because he finds Pride to be revolting and something that needs to be eradicated.
One way or another, she is revolting, said him. Yes, she, got on my nerves. Admittedly, she seems to have no sanctity for people of this realm. Honestly, Onyx sees that as a bonding experience because he was made to hate demons, or devils too. Both of them, really, but...
He doesn't really acknowledge that comment, Onyx, and I promise you he does not. The captain does not see this as a bonding experience. Instead, he looks up and goes, "Is that all to your report?"
I believe that is it. I'll let you know if anything else comes to mind, but that should be everything that I have touched with. I admittedly, my Sidian has gone and left. I would follow after, but I do not know where they would end, where they are going in Gulu. So, unless they mentioned anything about where they were going, I would ask you if you have anything you need me to work on while I am here. Any way I can help.
And the captain will direct you, Onyx, towards the multiple places that need help, particularly to the armory and the new blacksmith that's in town. Maybe smithing some new weapons or fixing armor from other adventurers. He will probably direct you there because he honestly has no idea where else to put you.
That's also fair.
Machine, go do machine things.
And admittedly, he does. Onyx does actually have proficiency in smith school, so
Yep.
I mean, obviously he's got some techniques to learn, I'm sure, from them. But Onyx is going to go probably check in with Mercy, and then, assuming nothing else changes, go and out there.
Perfect. Mercy, yes, you go and you try to find Mother Basina, but she is gone. And you get the same report from Lisa, the little halfling woman that's now taking over. Very annoyed at the fact that now she has to do work again.
Well, do you know why she left?
No. If I knew why, I would have stopped her.
Did she leave any kind of note?
And she will pretend like she's looking like in her pockets, in her apron. No, it's almost as if there was a note, I would have known why she left.
And you could have just said something like "back soon."
Wow, you don't gotta be a bitch about it, okay?
Well, I hope she's all right, but now that I'm back, could you use a hand?
Oh, by the gods, yes. And she doesn't even wait for you to accept. She literally turns around and starts walking away.
Okay. You go on and take a break.
She's not coming back.
I will take care. The children.
And Mercedes, these children are just as you kind of picture them already. You do have Hayden, who is the small little white-haired boy, who is very quiet, very reserved. But the other ones all seem to be following Mel,
Dopey.
who seems to be leading them in whatever it is that strikes her fancy one day.
Okay.
Yes, you now overtake the job of watching the kids for the next couple days.
I'm gonna roll for something here real quick. Okay. I guess the headcanon is coming true. All right. I guess in the next couple days, it will be noticeable that Mercedes kind of, whenever she moves her shoulders, whenever she twists her back, she appears to wince, fighting back a bit of pain.
Okay.
Oh.
That'll be interesting. I'm sure that definitely won't come up at all at any point later on.
Never.
No.
Gonna fail that strength check because of something.
You all right?
I'm just fine, thank you.
All right.
Onyx and Mercedes, probably about the second day you guys are there. Another familiar face, not to you guys, but to others, arrives through the teleportation circle.
Oh.
Ooh.
One-on-one time, baby.
I don't think we got to know her. I don't think
Not
the two
to
of
you
them
guys.
got together.
Nope.
No. Who we sent first?
But Hathor,
Oh, yes!
you arrive at Sutton Outpost.
Woo!
And Hathor, as you were making your way back to the teleportation circle to get to Gula, you held on to your arm that had that bite mark in it. And you felt that disease kind of start to spread. And you were just so
Zombie outbreak time.
hungry. That was all you could think about. And you remembered there is so much food at Sutton Outpost.
Thought they said that it was going to be fine.
So much food at Sutton Outpost. That was the only thought that you could think of as you were making your way back to, well, Sutton Outpost. And as you step through that teleportation circle, it's almost as if you walked through a waterfall. And you felt yourself almost being cleansed. And as you stepped into Sutton Outpost, your arm still hurts. You didn't really get much of a chance to really tend to the wound, but that hunger, that overwhelming hunger that gnawed at you, it's gone.
Hey, that's great!
And so now, Hathor, you are now in Sutton Outpost. Doing
Hello
odd
there.
jobs. We will, if you don't know exactly what Hathor would be doing now, she would probably get assigned to either the barracks to clean the barracks, make sure they're kept, or to heal any injured people that are coming in for now until she is sent off on her next mission, which who knows when that would be.
Yep, she will opt for the healing, because cleaning? Ew. Not for someone of her station.
No, I get it.
Oh.
I get it. Same. But yeah, Hathor, you set up next to what is kind of a makeshift infirmary they have set up, and you start healing all these adventurers that start coming in with wounds, cuts, scrapes, bruises, etc.
Actually, and we could potentially do this some other times. I was gonna say, I think that Onyx, would definitely, I think he would make the smithing one of the main things that he ends up doing while here. But I think he's gonna, like, partially because he just doesn't fully know what to do with himself, and he partially wants to see if there's like other things that he might be good at. I think he'll also help out he'll like pick up like a little bit of a shift at the healing station, since he just has some capacity for that.
Okay.
And try to help there. I'm also imagining him just like trying out a whole bunch of different professions, like helping out nannying with the kids. Mercy, maybe doing some try doing like some farming or something.
Tries to
learn
take care
all
of the
the
animals at the
skills.
stables.
He wants to be a
Oil
Swiss Army
can.
knife of a robot.
Oil
Like-
can.
He becomes a cobbler for an hour, and he just like nails some guy's foot to the ground.
Spends 5 minutes with the kids, and he's like, you know what? Suicide's the only option. I should find another position.
No,
I
it's
think
like
he's
he
also
realized
going
if I let these kids spend any more time with me, they're gonna learn how to take me apart.
Mal's coming at me with a wrench. Oh no.
Oh no, right.
But yeah, I think that amongst other things, he's also going to try just a whole bunch of like odd things, like as a hobby as well, like during some of the downtime. 'Cause I think he's also going to charge himself up a bit during this 5-day break. But like during those short rests, he'll try doing some like trying out various hobbies, seeing if anything appeals to him.
Be the next Baymax.
That works for me.
Sorry, didn't want to pull away too.
No worries. Well, with that, we're now going to jump ahead
Woo!
as our group of adventurers, traveling adventurers, comes back to Sutton Outpost with some new phrases.
Dun, dun.
Phrases.
Some new faces.
Faces.
Sort of.
And a giant turtle head.
And a giant turtle head.
All right. Oh, good to be back, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we just teleport in the middle, just covered in blood and fresh battle?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys clean up when you guys teleported? I assume that's
Nah.
Nope.
Then we'll use some
The more
prestidigitation at
blood,
least.
the
Yeah, I
more
remember-
glory.
I
He misses a few
remember
spots.
Sid saying that he used that.
I don't know about you guys, but did you
On
guys ask?
himself, I
this?
have no such thing. I don't think so.
I am still a whirlwind of sand, and an alligator's next to me, so we'll see how that goes. Let's go, Jennifer.
And Moses, you are still carrying the turtle head, yes?
Well, I think
Yeah.
would it have been more than an hour that we spent doing research on stuff? I don't know. I don't think my dragons lasting. I don't know, but you're out of the
We're
game.
gonna say probably it's been more than an hour, so I think all summon creatures
Sorry.
gone. But Moses, you'll actually all of you guys will probably notice as you guys are walking through the teleportation circle at Sutton Outpost, there are expected looks of other adventurers that are seeing your party come back and seeing the turtle head that you are currently wearing, Moses. You hear ripples of, oh, they defeated another one. Gluttony's defeated. They did it, and then it slowly starts to swell.
So, not yet. Not yet.
Nope.
We're just.
Use this
Taking a pit
prestidigitation for a neon sign that says, not fucking yet.
Natasha kind of turns over to Moses. Do you always get this
Give us like
excited of a welcome?
2 days.
No. The first time they were asking why we weren't dead.
That's a very fair
I mean-
question, though.
They were excited we weren't dead, but they were still confused.
Have you looked at your
That's-
party? I would not be. You know what? But as you guys are talking, you guys see the captain make his way forward. You guys are back
Yeah.
with more faces.
Yeah. Set him.
So, is Gluttony defeated?
Not yet.
Not quite. We're just.
No.
We're about to make a raid on Gluttony's stronghold, and since we were in Lost Reach already, we figured
We were able to secure
Probably.
the area, so we could use it to.
safer to sleep here than. We also wanted to get you updated on the exact condition, because now it should be safe to send people through the portal to Lost Reach. And
what is that? And he'll point
This
at
l-
the turtle head.
I slowly just let it drop. By slowly, I mean I just let it drop.
Thud.
that's making it unsafe to be in Lost Reach. Well, one of them.
Thud.
How big of a thud would the shell be? Shells.
Well, the shell's not there. They only brought back the head. The rest of the body's still back in Gula.
No,
I
but
think
I hope you guys like.
Yours took a
but
few pieces
yeah,
of
I-
shell.
Oh,
Yeah.
the shells? No, yeah, the pieces that you have, they are probably like a solid 30, 40 pounds each. So a good solid thud, as if you dropped like kind of a semi-large boulder on the ground.
I got a place you could store that. You can keep that in my lab. And I totally won't use it for other things.
That sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
Or you could put it somewhere else. That's also fine.
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of picks it up again, and like waits for you to point in the direction that you want it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't see it because she definitely has her full mask right now. She's hella nervous, so she's not going to say anything.
You do hear the captain, once he gets confirmation that no, you guys are just momentarily stopping here before you continue on your adventure, turn back to the crowd and loudly roar over it to go back to what they were doing.
Hate to build them up like that just for that, but yeah. How it
Oh,
goes.
I have a question,
Then
Captain.
next time, finish
um,
the job.
Do you want to
That's
sleep
fair.
in somewhere? where-
Have the other guys come back yet?
Is my sister back? Have you heard from her?
How
There's
awkward of a
this
face does he
smirk
make?
that actually appears on his face, Sidian, when you ask that.
No.
Your sister came back.
Oh, thank God. The gods. I don't say that like.
She seems determined to have me be her father.
Oh gosh, what a slime ball.
Do
Ew.
you know anything about that?
No. I know
I lean in
nothing
and
about
whisper to
that.
Sidian, who's like, "Are you guys trying to get adopted?"
Will you be my dad?
Let me go and check in with her. Where? Goodness, she's fine. Where is she? Where has she been posted up?
With the
Actually-
children.
Okay.
And he'll point over to the nursery area.
Here, Eurus, let me show you to the lab, and then I'm gonna go and find. Looks like we need to go in.
Gonna follow them real quick to drop off the giant turtle head, but then I'm going to look around because I assume when they said everyone came back, so did Merlin.
How tall is this guy again? Because I'm just trying to imagine the conversation Sid's having with him.
Probably about like 6'3", 6'4".
How tall is Sid?
Yeah. Let me double check. Because
I have 2.
7 feet tall. I will not be
Oh,
out
no.
chatted.
No, this guy is actually pretty tall. Actually,
I know I'm on Onyx's sheet.
he might be like 6'6" if I'm thinking about it, because he does have a very big build.
Oh. I guess I'd forgotten that it was actually that tall. 5'7". So, still on the shorter side, so he's still like a full foot, basically, above me.
He's as tall as Eurus.
He
Fuck.
Sid is obviously wearing platform heels.
clearly has, like he always does.
Dark Martens.
He's wearing the Megamind boots.
Go gadget extendo legs.
It's just Onyx under him, just slightly lifting him up.
Oh hey, you made it too.
Oh. But yeah, so you guys are gonna go to your lab, Sidian?
Yeah, Sid will, I think basically just like let them in, basically long enough to set some stuff down. I can give you a tour later, but right now I need mercy.
Sidian, as you approach your lab, you actually see something waiting outside the door.
Oh?
Uh-oh.
What's this? A pipe bomb?
Surprise!
It's an
Boom!
anthrax letter. It's an anthrax letter.
Pipe bomb. Somebody who knows me.
You see Nyx
Oh.
just kind of curled up outside of your door.
Oh. I thought Mel was taking
We forgot to install the doggy door, damn it.
was. Oh.
And as you get closer, you actually see he's sleeping on something.
Oh.
It is. Are you approaching?
Yeah, I'm gonna approach, pet Nyx a little, and see, try and see what's under what he's sleeping on.
Yes. As you pet Nyx, it kind of wakes him up abruptly, and he looks up and sees you and gets kind of excited. And then nudges forward this bundle of what looks to be almost cloth towards you.
Oh?
And Sidian, as you reach down, and I'm assuming you're picking up this cloth.
Yeah. As long as I'm not getting any weird vibes off of it.
No, as you pick it up, you remember this is actually the flying carpet that Centurion had.
Oh. Oh. Did good old Scent drop this off? Did he stop by or something? Sid just asks Nyx.
And Nyx will kind of motion towards the cloth again. And Sidian, as you take it out and kind of unravel this flying carpet open, a letter falls out.
Oh. Yeah, Sid will go and reach down and grab that letter and then kind of like turn back to Eurus and maybe Etienne. I don't know if he came along as well. Sorry,
Look, it's a letter.
I guess I got some mail while we were out.
Look, it's a letter. It's just the letter A. And on the back is a note. It's a musical note.
Sidian, I'm sending you the contents of the letter, and then it would be up to you and Centurion if this letter wants to be shared.
Okay.
Not anything.
I honestly don't mind.
All right. Because I mean, I think I'll share this, but Mirzus, did you tag along? Because I think you're the only one immediately in
we
this party
Matt,
that new
we tagged
centurion.
along. To,
Eurus is kind of enamored with the dog, really.
Pet
I
the
mean, yeah, no,
dog.
it's just been like,
Nyx
your
goes
brother's
up
dog.
to Eurus and kind of sniffs her hand, and then excitedly does a couple little hops, and then he will rub himself against Eurus.
oh, the goodest boy.
Jennifer's definitely giving Nyx one of those gator hisses.
Jennifer went poof.
Oh, did she?
It's been like it only has a time limit that she's allowed to be summoned.
I didn't know how long it had been. Oh, all right. Anyways, that's great. I mean, to her, it's not that bad. She's always been good with wildlife, even sometimes the one that's trying to eat her. So she's just kind of taking her time petting all the heads, wishing she had more hands to pet, all the heads.
You just got a head bump, the middle one.
Yeah. Dook. The doofy one.
Yes.
But other than that, she's just kind of, this is the one thing, kind of like a comfort in a new area. So that's where her focus is right now.
Did Mercis come along to the lab just to
Yes.
stay with the group, or did he go off? Okay. Then, yes, Sid will read this aloud for everybody that's over here. I'm sorry for leaving abruptly and violently. I wish to continue on this path, this journey with all of you. However, several questions I have must be answered before I continue forward. I will return when I have honed the understanding of this Centurion. P.S. I leave this tool for whomever may need it among the team. I won't need it for some time. Guess he left us the carpet.
Dibs.
Yours is like a carpet.
Left in front of my lab. At least rock, paper, scissors for it.
What?
Fine. But that just means you get to be the one to hold on to it.
Uh-huh.
Yours is confused. Definitely confused.
Come on. I got one night here. Imagine what I could do with that carpet.
I can show you the world.
And there's
I
only one
kinda
world
don't
he wants
wanna.
to show Natasha right now.
Listen,
I just want to say you're being a really bad wingman.
did Natasha say that?
Yes, she did.
Oh, I don't think that's what Centurion had in mind for this to use it, but for the
He
night.
said he left it for
Right.
whoever might need it, and it's just for tonight, for today and tonight. Because tomorrow we got to go back and deal with the raid and stuff.
Oh, does the
Also-
carpet have a mind of its own?
Maybe.
Does it?
That's. I honestly don't know. We never checked. We never
No,
checked.
I'm asking this
Carpet?
like out of character.
No.
That'd be
Do you
so
have a
cool
mind
though,
of
like
your
the Doctor Strange cloak.
Oh God, no.
Because then that would be easy. Then the carpet can choose. Just saying.
Carpet, do you want to get fucked on?
Hey, you don't know what the carpet's into.
That's why I'm
Do
asking.
you
the
want to
carpet.
get used as a after sex towel? Because
Oh,
that's
God.
what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, we're moving on from this conversation.
Listen,
I think Eurus would just kind of come over and try and like touch the carpet. She's confused. She's like, "Why are you guys fighting over? What is this? A welcome mat?"
Kind of, yeah.
do you want it or should I?
Oh, I got it. Why don't you show her how it works and then let her try it out?
All right. Sid is going to just kind of like take it by one end. And what size carpet was this? Was this a larger one or Was this one?
I think it says in the treasure channel. I
It's
gotta double check.
I think it only fits one person.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Let's see.
The carpet wasn't sentient before, but after that night, it definitely was.
After flying, come on.
it is
3
by
by
5.
5.
Yes.
Capacity 200 pounds. Flying speed 80. Twice the weight shown on the table, but it flies at half speed if it carries more than its normal capacity. Okay. So it can carry.
It can carry 400.
Basically, two
It
people.
can carry 2. It's only going to go 400 feet above the, or 40 feet above the ground, though.
Well, I think it can go higher. It's just going to be slower.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Okay. So Sid is going to kind of whip this carpet out, and then kind of like rest it on the ground, in a bit of a dramatic fashion, and he's just gonna sit on it and then say, "Well, yours, have a seat here, and I'll show you how this thing works."
Eurus?
Yeah, come on.
Can it hold
I know
Eurus?
how it works.
And him?
Yes,
She's
it
a
can.
big girl.
Trust me.
Sid is a small guy.
Oh, okay, I see it evens out. She'll kind of just sit there with him. She's just kind of like, okay.
All right. You ready? Buckled up.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
All hands fastened. And Sid is going to use minor conjuration to summon a pair of goggles that he just kind of puts over his eyes. And we have liftoff.
I just
And, going to use the carpet to lift just like straight up for like 10 feet. And then just kind of launch and go fairly quickly around and just do a quick loop around Sutton and the little mountain that has the hot springs on top of it. Kind of loop around through there.
So, as you
I
guys are
think-
flying, I will say it is getting later on in the day. The sun is starting to set. It actually makes a really nice view. You guys are able to see the mountainous caves. You guys are able to actually see it where it starts to turn into acedia and see kind of the barren snow-capped mountains in the distance. It's pretty nice.
I would say that when it lifted up, when it lifted up, she definitely was like, "What the fuck?" And then when it took off, she definitely squeaked a little bit after she grabbed your waist because she's like, "What the fuck?" We're flying.
Yep, we're flying.
I
This
almost
would
want to
seem-
imagine that
this
she
would seem
jumped
like
into
a-
your arms and you almost couldn't hold her.
That's why this would seem like a cute little romantic moment, but she's like also like a foot and a half taller than you. So like when she grabbed you, it was supposed to be your waist,
Like-
but it was definitely
yeah,
your
it's like-
chest and face instead.
I'm imagining like them almost crashing into the mountain
Massive
because like her
Yeah,
arms
with
like
massive
over his
arms.
eyes.
Like she's just holding him, and then you like pan down to him. He's just like purple, like a fucking constrictor around him.
Why do you have me in a sleeper hold?
I feel safe in this position.
Like, I need to know I can end something so I know I'm in control.
I'm the one in good.
If we crash and I die, you're dying with me. No, but she definitely is. As
Trust
you know,
me, and we won't die.
no. So yeah, after a while up in the air, she does kind of get more used to it and doesn't latch onto you. She just kind of like rubs your hair, like, you know, sorry about palming your head like a basketball or like a ball.
Probably should have warned you first, but I figured it'd be a neat surprise. Sid's actually gonna, as they're kind of looping back around, kind of try to keep an eye out for Mercy.
Mhm. and she's with the children.
You definitely heard
I
some
also-
laughing when you took off.
I also think that it might be worth noting that this is like Eurus has been in Gula her whole life, hasn't she? And this is her first time seeing the outside world, and I guess this is given a little spectacle.
Yeah, no shit. That's why I said this would have been a nice little romantic moment if she didn't, instead of like holding onto your waist, grab onto your head
Sleeper hole.
and torso. Yeah.
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 And
So
trying her best not to rip you in half.
yeah.
Get
Like
breathe.
And with that lovely visual image, I am actually going to go ahead and call the session here because it is starting to get late.
Okay.
And we will pick
Oh,
up next week with what the rest of you guys do now that everyone is back at setting outposts.
it sounds like you
Whole
wanted Mercy.
reunion.
It sounded like you wanted to see how Mercy reacted to those two.
I did.
I'm just excited to see Mercy
Maybe.
and Sidian react after everything that happened.
Yeah, we've got a lot
and
to
I
catch
was
up
planning
on.
to keep it a secret from Sidian.
Like,
Yeah,
Ooh,
he's gonna have
that's
some
good.
questions. He's
ooh.
gonna have some questions, and yeah, I kind of figured you were gonna do that. So we'll see how that plays out.
I
Yeah.
just, I mean,
Onyx,
I'm
I
such
have
an
no
idiot, but I
problem.
wanted to test my theory. It's my curiosity is my
I mean-
worst enemy sometimes.
Oh my
Onyx
god!
is going
I
to
can't-
casually
for you.
mention.
Mm.
Sorry, go ahead. Everybody talk at once.
If you could get around the questions, then yeah, that could potentially be a secret for a while.
Mhm.
I can't
Promise.
wait until someone casually mentions. Oh yeah, Sid kind of has a girlfriend now.
Oh yeah.
Like
That's
he
right.
kissed. Eurus is like he had his first kiss with one of my friends.
It's not my damn first
Not his
kiss.
first.
She's just gonna tease
Tell
like
Mercy.
that. But yeah, but and like out of everything that happened, that's the most astonishing thing to Mercy. Excuse me.
What? You'll kiss someone?
Aw, Sidian. Smack, did you
Well, you
use
did-
protection? It was just a kiss. I don't care. No premarital
Protection?
hand-holding.
I'm just imagining her like trying to put a condom between their lips.
Did you use protection? And then did you points over at Merz's? We don't.
I'm
talk
not a
about
part of this conversation.
You
He
are
did
now.
use protection. This cool new store they found.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Technically, on board, I'll still here helping out at the camp too.
Yes.
Right.
He's
I would
That'll be
love
fun.
if like
Birdo's somewhere.
I would love if like in an end credit scene after this episode, like random portal opens up and what's his name gets dropped off here from Pride's lair.
And here's Mercedes.
So, like she literally like steps out for a second and just drops him on
Take him
like,
back.
the captain's table. Like, take his ass back.
Fuck you, Captain.
Then an arm sticks back out again to give him the finger.
Yeah, like it's like
It'd be more funny if like
I
she
come
does
back.
it. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was like, it would be more funny if like it wasn't him setting up shop there or even starting to live there. It was how creepy he was starting to be. Like she dropped him off, but she was definitely wearing a shower towel. Like, nope, this was the last one.
Well, that's the thing. He
and-
kept exploring, and somehow he got into like the secret parts of the place that he shouldn't have access to, like this
The
map,
behind the scenes.
treasure room, weapon rooms. Is that a bathroom? Wow, shit! Oh.
Okay, you know what? And then just teleports him. Have to deal with this shit with lust
Yeah,
now.
that's
This
I
fucker.
think
Oh.
another end that we have to finish up, but that is definitely going to be something
Oh, yeah.
for next. So the next time, all of this was supposed to happen
Future.
at the end of Gula, and I had to rush this forward.
Oh,
That's
Woo!
fair.
This is gonna be
So
fun.
sorry.
This is
No,
gonna be
no, this is
fine.
great. I love
Well,
dumping some of this. It's fun.
honest, yeah, no, it's like there's also some other questions, particularly for you, Heidi, on like, are you going to take? I guess you've got now 3 characters that you can choose between.
Yeah.
continue on with
Character
Gula.
selection time.
Man,
Yeah,
you guys
I mean-
wanted backup, so
Specifically,
That will
Etienne
also be
is
something
for
else.
this.
Actually, that's
Oh,
a good
sorry.
point.
Go ahead.
Now that I say that will also be something that we will talk about probably next week. Is Etienne, what are you and your wife talking about? Because she also has things to tell you. So that'll also be fun.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
Crystal, you are so skilled at making this guy just deliciously ambiguous. Like, he's obviously a butthole, but he could have like good intentions as he's here. But then again, I still think he could very well be Asmodeus. I
Honestly,
mean,
for all I know at
you
this
delight
point,
in
it feels
torturing me,
like
Crystal.
it
Masochist?
feels like it-
Or wait,
Go ahead,
sadist?
I'm sorry.
Which one is it? Oh, sorry.
I don't remember. One likes being tortured, the other one likes torturing.
Yeah.
yes.
feels like he could be Asmodeus and still have good intentions for all we know. I have no clue at this point.
You know what I'm getting more of a feel like? I'm getting a feel of we're in the middle of Hell's Civil War.
That could also very well be it.
Yeah.
Because Asmodeus could very well be that stupid bitch. Thinks she's gonna, okay, I'm gonna fuck her up. I'm gonna fuck her up with her own.
Yeah.
I will say
Well, and
the captain is my second favorite NPC.
You know what? Who's your favorite?
Mel.
Second
Mel is
favorite.
Mel is my
Mel.
favorite NPC to play
Now,
with.
I created your favorite NPC.
Yeah, she is amazing to play with. She's just so funny.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
the captain is my
Oh.
second favorite NPC.
I just
Well-
had a thought of like tutors I want to see interact at some point. Mel
I want to.
and Zam. Mel and
God.
Zam.
oh,
I want to
would
see
be
the
so funny.
captain. If he is our Faja, that
Faja.
he would first warm up to Sid, and then Mercy would be the one left out. I want to see that flip flop, like their childhoods flip flop like that. That would be really
Oh, the
interesting.
dynamic.
Yeah,
I'm
that
a
would be kind of
pain.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I also want to see, because you said that your plan at this point is to, and obviously, like, I have knowledge, Sid doesn't, and then you've also shared that you're going to be holding that back. It's the plan.
Mhm.
That's going to put Mercy in a very interesting spot because she's going to have to lie,
She
especially
wants
since
to-
Sid knows to ask around that now
Mhm.
with that interaction with Captain.
Well, and the
He
main
doesn't
thing that
know
she wants
that.
to, the main thing she wants to withhold is the fact that you weren't planned.
Yeah,
That's the thing that hurts the
Oh.
most.
Mm.
She was the planned one, you weren't, and yet she's the one over here thinking that she's screwing everything up. And so she's like, crap.
Yeah. Well, I'll be interested
Let-
to see what you share regarding that, because
Yeah.
Oof.
he might be able to put some stuff together depending on what you share.
I've put
Mhm.
I've had a talk with Saloon, and some things have been put into perspective.
Most
And
of the time,
apparently,
people
I
plan
am
for it.
Oh,
spare parts.
Yeah, I told Matthew 5 sessions before we get back to Gula. Minimum. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But like
Maybe
all
parts
this is
depends on-
happening in one evening.
Yep.
Okay.
The next
that's what I was
longest
getting
day.
I kind of want to see. Well, I want to see how Mercy and, well, not Mercy. If they do interact, how Mel and Eurus interact, because Mel does not, or Eurus does not have the best record with children.
Hmm.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
like, not that it'll happen, but if for some reason they were locked in a room and they had to wait like an hour or two before someone came and unlocked it, the interaction between the captain and Eurus, because neither of them really likes talking. Would he be like,
I can
out of
honestly
all of them,
imagine.
she's the best one? Not because she's good or
I don't know.
anything, but because she just doesn't say anything.
It's weird. I imagine you guys could would start playing a game of some kind, like
The
checkers,
child I always
no
wanted.
chess, just something random with no talking involved, just to pass the time.
She's like
Best
the
friend I
child
ever
always
had.
wanted.
Sometimes I still don't talk to him.
Oh, really quick before we end the session. Mercedes.
Yes.
One last perception roll, please, for something a little detailed that I overlooked, but that
Oh,
I do need
Ooh.
to get out here.
Ooh, 19.
Yeah.
Perfect. That is definitely enough. So, Mercedes, as you're watching over these children and everything, there comes a day that something odd happens. And it's with a small, quiet boy, Hayden. He disappears.
He's
one
our
day.
father.
Oh, God. He disappears one day. And it almost worries you because you're like, where did this kid go? And as you're searching for him, you see he's standing by the teleportation circle, and he's looking at it as if he's waiting for someone.
Mm.
Oh.
And then you see
Oh.
him walk away. Just as Hathor teleports into Satanapos.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my. What the heck does
Hathor.
that mean?
Hathor, why am I picking up your children?
Listen, he's not mine.
That you know of. Wait, no, you definitely know. Never mind.
Yeah,
Scratch
I
that.
think I know.
Well, I was originally thinking that was going to be the kid, like he was waiting for that one girl that had it out from Mirza, so he tried teleporting here, but no, it's Hathor. I have more questions than answers.
We have assumptions. We have no idea if like the Hathor thing is a coincidence. He's waiting on someone.
Oh, wait.
Okay. And so that
Oh,
is where
no.
we'll end it. I hope you guys
Wait.
enjoyed the session today.
Was he expecting a zombie
Absolutely.
apocalypse?
Woo!
This one. It's not the one that like